Hi, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to show you how to make a kitchen boa. I know there's a lot of tutorials out there that show you how to make kitchen boas, and everybody has their own take on it. I've made hundreds of them. I sell them. They sell really well. And I've got a process that I think works really well. It's very easy to make. A beginner sewer can do it with no problem. And so I thought I'd share it with you guys. This is the kitchen boa that we're going to be making. And I like to use towels because they sell pretty well with stains on them and with the fabric kind of fancy and colorful and whatever. They sell pretty well. But you can use any kind of fabric you want. You can use any kind of towel, solid, striped, linen, a tea towel, a terry cloth towel, whatever kind of towel you like to use or you want to make for a friend or give as a gift or sell. You can do whatever you want, okay? This is a very easy and very flexible way to do it. So I'm sure you all know kitchen boa just goes around your neck, and you've got two towels that you can use for drying your hands and picking up a pot and kind of, protect you. So they're really handy and useful. This particular boa works out really well because the fabric doesn't have any kind of direction pictures on it. It's just polka dots. So there's no adjustments you need to make. You just use this. And the towel too, although it's got stains on it, when I purchased it, one of the things I look for is to make sure when you purchase the towel that the stain runs the same way on the towel. So it's going to look upside down when you hold it like that, but when you hold it like this, they run the same way. That makes it really easy. You just cut the top of the towel and sew it on your fabric. Sometimes you'll find a towel that you really like, and instead of the stain or the pictures running correctly, you'll have it where it's upside down on one side. So it's going to look like that. You can still use this towel. You just have to do a couple of different steps, because when you cut it, you're going to have it, where the one part of the towel's upside down. So you have to do a couple of different steps with it. I'll show you at the end of the video. I made a little, took some pictures, and I'll show you how to do it. It's very easy. The same thing with the fabric. If you buy fabric, like I showed you, the polka dots, it's no problem. You don't have to worry about it. But if you buy fabric where the pattern on it is running the same direction, then you have to adjust this so that when you put it around your neck, you don't have coffee cups that are upside down and coffee cups that are right side up. You need them both right side up. So that's a real easy fix too, which I'll provide at the end of the video with some pictures. Really easy to do. So that's the basics of doing the boa. And with that said, we'll go ahead and get started. I normally buy a yard of fabric. So this is yard, and it's 36 inches, and then the width of it is 44. So if you want to make your boa fabric 44 inches long, so around the neck it would be 44 inches long, you would leave it folded like this in your 36-inch piece that you bought, and you would cut the width of your fabric however wide you want it. 10 inches, 11 inches, 12 inches. I wouldn't go below 10 inches. I think it would get a little too skinny. So if you cut it this way, you're going to get about 3 boas out of this fabric. If you're okay with 36 inches long on the fabric, which I think is a perfect size, that's the way I like mine, then you're going to fold your material, your fabric, like that. So now you have 44 inches this way, and you're going to cut your fabric, and I use 11 inches because 11 times 4 is 44. It works out perfect. So I cut my fabric so it's 11 inches wide and it's 36 inches long. Works out perfect for me. All right, so let's look at how we put the fabric and the towels together. I'm going to put the fabric right side up. I'm going to take one half of the towel and I'm going to take that and put it right side down. What I do is I just fold it in half so I can get a center point, and then I get to my center of my fabric approximately. It doesn't have to be exact. And I'm going to fold it over like this, unfold it. And all I'm going to do is fold over the flaps. I leave about a quarter to a half inch, a third inch. It's not exact science. As you do more and more of these, you'll decide how much fabric you want to leave at the end. I leave it about like that. That works good. This doesn't have to be exactly even on both sides. It's not going to make a difference. And then I'm going to pin down the sides. And then I'm just going to do this to the other side of the towel, the exact same way. So now I have my towels pinned to each side of the fabric, and I'm going to take it over to the sewing machine. So now I have my towel and my fabric together. I'm going to stitch along the top here with the towel and the fabric, and I just do it on basting, and I don't backstitch because you're going to be tacking it down when you put the boa together. So I don't backstitch at this point, and I'm simply going to straight stitch all along the top, making sure I get the fabric in with it. And I take the pin out on that side and give it a little stretch, readjust it. Doesn't matter whether the towel sides are totally even, close enough is perfectly fine. You're never going to notice. Just going to look and make sure I have caught all the material and all the fabric and the towel together. Then I'm going to go to a zigzag, and my zigzag width is 4.0 millimeters and 1.0 millimeters, but it doesn't have to be that exact stitch. You can zigzag however you like to do it, or if you have a serger, you could actually serge it. I prefer to do it this way just because it's easier. I don't have to move the boa from one place to another. It simplifies it. And I'm just going to zigzag it all the way down, and once again I don't backstitch because it's going to be secured down because of the way we're going to sew it together. All right, so now I'm going to pull my towel over, stretch my I'm going to go back to a straight stitch. I'm going to stretch my fabric a little bit so it lies nice and straight, and then I'm going to top stitch right above the towel on the fabric so it catches. I try to catch the towel and the fabric together. All right, so this is how your towel should look. You should have a little bit of material left on the sides. It doesn't have to be exact. You just have to have enough so you can sew it back together. I'm going to do the other side now, and then we'll meet up at the next step. So now you have your towels sewn to your fabric, and you're going to fold your fabric, meet it. Yeah, you're going to have your towels meet up like this. Put a clip on your towel on one side. Take your fabric, go down to the other towels, and then clip your towel on the other side. You can clip or pin the fabric in the middle also if you like. I don't bother. And then all you're going to do is you're going to sew a seam down the entire length of the fabric to the other towel. And I backstitch a couple of times right here, because if anything gives out, that's where it's going to give out. So I'm going to backstitch a couple of times to really secure it. And you're not sewing the towel, you're actually just sewing the fabric as close as you can get to the towel. And then when you're done with that, you can clip off these threads that are on the boa at the end where they meet. Clip those off if you want. And simply turn your boa inside out. You can use a tongs. You can use, I have a little tweezers here that I can use. A lot of times I'll just use my hand, as long as my hand can fit in there. Grab the towel, turn it inside out. And then we're simply going to go ahead and take it over to the sewing machine. So see you at the sewing machine. Now that you're done with sewing your boa together, we need to trim the threads. You can do it before you turn the boa inside out, or you can do it after. You don't want to trim the threads over where your towels meet, or where else you might have threads sticking out. And then we're going to press it. So you're going to press the towels down and then press on the seam, the middle seam right here, all the way to the end. There we go. Very simple. And your boa is complete. So we're done with our boa. It turned out beautiful. And I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, if you would like to like and subscribe, that would be great. And I hope to see you on the next video. And don't forget, at the end of this tutorial, I'm going to just add some pictures on how to work with the towels that you need to fix and the fabric you might need to fix. Once again, thanks for joining me. I hope you got something out of this, and I hope to see you on the next video. Thanks. Bye.